Hey YouTube, it's White here, bringing you my first franchise game of MLB 2K12. And I'm getting in right at the start of MLB season, so I'm going to be playing every single game of a 162 game season. But don't worry, I'm not going to make you watch every game. Hopefully I'll try to bring maybe one game of each series, so it should be maybe 30 videos or something makes a season, or maybe I'll just do a highlight compilation of each series, giving you the ups and downs. But I'm gonna be playing every game, so it'll be much more geared to what works for me. So you may see some upsets in the starting lineup, like players that don't have a good overall, but I'm going with them anyway because I hit with them well, or they work well with my lineup, or they're good fielders but they're horrible hitters. So I was looking for a team that had not so good of a season last year and a low budget because I wanted to challenge myself. And so I end up with the Houston Astros. They had a pretty bad season last year, and they're just under 70 million. So it'll challenge me to work with the players I have, and not trade until I get Albert Pujols, and then dominate the rest of the season. So I'm looking through my lineup to start, and I realize that in my organization I'm kind of lacking third baseman. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick up one hitter and one pitcher from free agency, and so I comb through the guys, and I have about $5 million to spare, but I don't want to use too much of it, just because I'd really like to do the inside edge and use some of my money, and I have no idea whether I want to change staff or anything down the line. So I go with Eric Chavez, and I'm able to bring him in for just under $1 million, which is perfect. So hopefully, with this overall, he'll be a good help to my team, and hopefully he can make it to the starting lineup. What I think I'm gonna do is, you see all the pitchers here that I'm looking at, Roy Oswalt just asking for $5 million, and I just don't feel like giving it to him. So I end up going with Mike Gonzalez. He seems like a pretty strong relief pitcher, but he's kind of in the decline, so I may not keep him for too often, and I get him for under $1 million as well. So that's awesome. So looks like I have about $3 million to spare, and enough for buy some inside edge, pitching info. So what I'm gonna go with is I'm gonna take 3 of each position, and have them play it out during spring training for who wants to be the starting third baseman or the starting second baseman and stuff like that. So it'll be a lot more geared to who I'm good with, or who I in this case who I pitch well with. I'm not gonna change too much to the pitching rotation. Mainly I have about 8 possible starting pitchers, so I'm gonna have an 8 pitcher rotation instead of a 5 pitcher rotation, just to see if those guys will work instead. And then I'll be using my middle relieves, closer, and setup man, all like relief pitchers. I really won't concentrate too much on saves until the start of the season, when it really comes down to it. So I'm going up against a left-handed pitcher on the Baltimore Orioles, so I'll be using a left-handed DH lineup, and I'll be going with the worst overall rated player for each position. So hopefully this doesn't kill me too bad, and we'll kind of see the bottom tier of, I'm playing on All-Star, so hopefully it doesn't, I'll be able to see whether All-Star is too much or too little. If I absolutely get shut out and I'm playing with these bad players, some of these players are in the 70s, and I shouldn't be getting strikes out every time. Some should get hit, even the bad ones like Jay Green. That guy does not look like he'll make my starting lineup, but I'm willing to give him the chance. Yeah, who says he can't? But so I just set it up right now. 71s in the front, or like top to bottom. I don't really go by power hitters to contact hitters. I'll do that a little bit later when I start getting averages and more statistics to work with, because I'm way more about the statistics than the contact power and speed up there on the right. So that's my lineup right now, and I'm gonna be bringing you the next game in the next video. I hope you guys comment, like, subscribe, and let me know whether you guys want a highlight series or just maybe one game from each series or something like that. I hope to kind of stick with the season. I don't know if I'm gonna stick with the season or just jump ahead. So let me know, and I'll bring you these videos as soon as I can. I'll be bringing you the next one probably by tomorrow or the next day. So stay tuned. All right, guys. Take care. Have a good one.